Almost 2 years after it began domestic cruises, Cordelia Cruises is all set to launch the first international cruise with the launch of its service to Sri Lanka. President and CEO of Cordelia Cruises, Jurgen Bailom, has big ambitions not only for his company but also for the cruise industry in India. In an interview with India Outbound, Bailom says he would like to launch cruises to many more overseas destinations and grow the cruise market in India, which currently remains a small niche.
Basically decided in late 2020 to acquire a ship from a former company I used to work for, and then successfully bring the ship to Dubai and had her beautinized and brandonized and Indianized over a period of time in Dubai, and then brought the ship in September finally to Mumbai and started off cruising during the pandemic in September 2021, and it has been some journey. It has been very interesting indeed, and gladly to say we had 3 lakh guests on board to date, and we're working very hard to expanding our company, and we're also excited now expanding outside of India, from India with Indians, and looking forward to our upcoming summer season. So we're actually home porting from Mumbai. So obviously we are not seasonal in that terms of season, but obviously we also have a monsoon season. So we have 2 home ports. We call Mumbai and Chennai our home ports. So we operate 12 months a year, all year round out of Mumbai. The port of calls we are having on this side of the coast is Goa, Cochin and Lakshadweep Islands, I think, which is very exciting. Everybody loves Lakshadweep, and we are the one vehicle, if you want, or destination to actually enable a lot of people who wanted to see their own islands for the first time to take them there. We're going to go from Chennai. We're going to go mainly this year to Sri Lanka. We also have some domestic cruises in Chennai, some high sea cruising for people which don't require any passports and visa. But it was our plan last year to go to Sri Lanka from Chennai. It didn't work out because the challenging situation in Sri Lanka, but they have overcome their situation, and I think it's an interest of the Indian government to support Sri Lanka, and we are happy to support Sri Lanka of taking a lot of Indians there and show them their beautiful country. Our ship is also the largest hotel in India, if you want. We have 800 rooms. The real capacity is for us a little bit different than a hotel room. We are counting it differently. So if we have 2 guests per room, we would be 100% full. We have a lot of rooms for families which can be having 3 and 4 kids or 5 kids or 5 family members. So we can carry 2,000 guests, which would make it a 120–130% capacity, and I'm happy to tell you that we're almost 100% full throughout the year. We do 2-nighters, 3-nighters and 5-nighters. What we have learned so far, because it's new to Indians or 99% first-time cruisers, they don't know yet what to expect, so they're a little bit shy about it. They do prefer the 2-nighter and the 3-nighter. It will take a little bit more longer for them to go for first time on a 5-nighter. But yes, the next market when we go to Sri Lanka is going to be very often 5-nighters, 4-nighters. Oh yeah, absolutely. You're seeing water is auspicious to Indians, right? So I think it's very important that we upheld the Indian culture. I think the most important thing what we experience with our Indian guests is they want to have an international experience, but a little bit the Indian way. So I think they feel after 2–3 days they miss the Indian food and they're worried, but when they come on our ship, obviously we are an Indian cruise company for Indians. We give them a little bit the comfort of home, away from home. They don't have to miss a cricket game or a Bollywood show, etc., etc. But I think the benefit really is you don't require a visa, which is very often a handicap for Indians to explore internationally. You don't need a passport. And obviously I think very important is that we're going to take them further and further, but the Indian way. I think India is big enough, with the second largest country in the coastline in the world, to have their own cruise company. They don't need to go elsewhere. And the standard of the ship is international, just the Indian way. My dream would be, wouldn't it be nice to have an Indian cruise ship in the Mediterranean, to visit the whole Mediterranean? Now imagine the ship is sailing into Civitavecchia, which is Rome, and you're having a beautiful dosa breakfast with some mango chutney, masala chai, and then you go and explore Rome, and then you come back to a nice tandoori or a nice dal makhni, which you didn't have for 4 or 5 days. Absolutely, I would love to take Indians all over the world, but their way, the Indian way. And I think they deserve it, and we have the potential to do so in the very near future. Yeah, competition, the segment is too small, the country is too big. So if you think today the total cruise industry only has 40 million guests a year. If you think 5–6% of Indians can go cruising, that's alone 100 million. So we can fill 3 times the entire world cruise population if you want. I don't think it is a competition. I think it's an overall responsibility to create this industry which can become very successful for India itself.